Aloha kako. My name is James Hustace and I serve as Hawaii County Councilmember for District 9, representing the communities of North and South Kohala. Just here in our Hilo office today, we had a nice long conversation this morning on the review of the general plan, and I just want to provide you a few new updates since our last chat. Over the last week, grateful to attend a number of community events and have continued conversations with residents about a number of issues. Grateful to give an update, district update to the Friends of the Thelma Parker Memorial Library. Also attend the Hui Aloha Pu'ukapu Land Stewardship and Fire Safety Workshop, and really seeing community engage in these efforts to do their best on their property and really be a part of that solution as we find that path forward in community. Also great to attend and participate and support the North Hawaii Hospice floating lantern ceremony this last night on Sunday down on the coast. Always a moving tribute and ceremony to those we have lost in our community, those are family members and those who are close to us. Also had a number of ongoing conversations about back to school efforts, wastewater projects across the district, and of course animal control. So always some more work to do, and I look forward to having those conversations with community members. Committee and council are off this week. We'll be back on in Hilo next week, September 2nd and 3rd. Some things on the agenda. We have our final reading of Bill 71. This was a bill co-sponsored by myself and Sherry Naba regarding naloxone or Narcan in our bars. This is that life-saving opioid overdose reversal medication. So one more reading at council. This is providing that public health and community safety effort across our county. I've also requested a presentation from the Department of Water Supply, and they'll be doing an overview of the North Kohala system, the recent efforts and repair work that was done to the Hawi well number 2, as well as their ongoing work to really build a community resilience across the North Kohala district. You know, this request that I made was on behalf of the community following the recent water shortage event in North Kohala. So, you know, I encourage you to follow along with that presentation, send in testimony ahead of time, and really, you know, get to understand the work that the Department of Water Supply is doing to really bring these systems back up to full capacity. Also, having some ongoing discussions about possible charter amendments. Last week, we had greater discussions about the formation of the Department of Building. We have made amendments on that. We've also requested a financial impact statement on this proposal. So looking forward in the next month here to kind of see how that unfolds and really gain some more support as that project moves forward. Also have some resolutions on the table to transfer funds and support the Kauai Canoe Club and their Hale Piko effort project, as well as the Waimea Hawaiian Homesteaders Association and supporting the 73rd annual Paniolo Parade. So some exciting events there coming up for the community and important projects to support these nonprofits. Also those ongoing conversations about the general plan. Our next general plan review meeting, we had one this morning, and deliberation on chapter 3 within the general plan. Our next meeting will be on chapter 4. That will be on Wednesday, September 17th at 5 p.m. And that will be looking at the Sustainable and Resilient Communities chapter within the general plan. You know, you can give oral testimony at either the Kona or Hilo locations, those council chambers, or on Zoom that evening. And then following that evening, we'll have presentations by the planning departments. That first meeting will be held on Tuesday, September 23rd at 9 a.m. And then there'll be further deliberation by council. This is a bigger chapter, so we have additional meetings and time to dive into this chapter. That one will be held, that secondary meeting will be held on September 30th in the morning at 9 a.m. So with all these items, I do encourage you to submit testimony. Please, you're welcome to use that email address, counciltestimony@hawaiicounty.gov. Remember that your written testimony is due at 12 noon on the business day prior to that meeting. Otherwise, you may give oral testimony either in person at the council chambers or at one of our remote sites. You can even request that option to attend virtually and give your oral testimony remotely using that email link, councilremotetestimony@hawaiicounty.gov. Thank you for taking the time to submit testimony on all these things that come before council. In terms of other upcoming community events, we have some road paving, road work happening across the district, really that ongoing striping efforts in Waimea at the Lindsay Road intersection, Lalamila Farm Road, also out at the Daniel Kenoi intersection. Also, we have some shoulder maintenance, road maintenance on Mana Road, Along Queen Kahumanu Highway, expect a single lane closure. They're doing some bridge maintenance around milepost 69. And then on Akonipuli Highway, tree trimming and shoulder work being done by the state between mile markers 14 to 20, as well as mile markers 2 to 5. So expect some impacts in that area as you're on the roads. Other community events coming up this week. Tomorrow evening, supporting a fellow council member in the Hamakua District, Councilmember Kimball, with a Hamakua wildfire community meeting with the efforts and the impacts of the community ongoing in that area. So that will be tomorrow night, Tuesday, August 26th, from 5:30 to 7 at the Honoka People's Theater. Also, we'll be holding a Kauai High community conversation this Wednesday from 5:30 to 7, and a little bit beyond. Possibly, we have a nice special guest with Senator Richards joining us, as well as Hawaiian Electric, talk about wildfire preparedness and their public safety power shutoff program. This will be held at the Kailapa Homestead Community Pavilion there, down in Kauai High. We also have the North Kohala CDP. They're holding their agricultural group this Thursday at 5 p.m. Look into this weekend. We have the Big Island Sports Hall of Fame this Saturday at the Hilo Hawaiian Hotel, and a number of residents from District 9 and longtime residents of District 9 that are being awarded and recognized at the Big Island Sports Hall of Fame. On this Saturday, we also have the Parker Ranch Roundup Club with their Lei Papale contest. And then don't forget that you can still complete the county survey, the La Lima survey. This is an anonymous survey providing your feedback, community insight. Remember, this is open until August 31st, so please take some time to submit your insight into that survey there. And then looking ahead to next week a little bit, just to start off the week, on Monday, we have the North Kohala Community Development Plan, their advisory group meeting, and then the Waimea Trails is also meeting on Monday at the Waimea Nature Park. With that, I'm honored to serve as your council member, so please reach out if you have any questions. You're welcome to email me at james.hustace@hawaiicounty.gov, call our Waimea office at 808-887-6077, or our Hilo office at 808-961-8564. And with that, I want to wish you good health, be well, aloha.